I think this could be the best musical ever. Hi guys, what is up and welcome to the Theatre Lounge. Welcome back to everyone who's been here before and a massive welcome to everyone who's here for the first time. Here at the Theatre Lounge, I talk about everything theatre because I love this industry so much, but I also give my top tips when it comes to colleges, auditions and everything else that comes with it. I upload videos twice a week, every Tuesday and every Friday, so if you haven't yet, make sure that you hit that subscribe button over here to keep updated with all of my theatre content. And whilst you're at it, make sure that you hit that bell button next to it as well to get all the notifications when the videos go live. So for today's video, I'm going to be talking about one of my personal favourite musicals ever. I've spoken about this musical a couple of times on my channel before, including in the Smash or Pass that I did with Broadway shows and also underrated musicals, and this musical is The Grinning Man. You all know that I love this musical so much, but also at the moment it's live on YouTube for just a week from last Friday to upcoming Friday, so I will leave the link down in my description box below as well so you can actually watch it for yourselves at home. But now without further ado, let's get into it. Right, so first of all, I've first seen this musical in March 2018, so quite a while back, just over 2 years ago now, and I was totally obsessed with it. I've also just seen it a couple of times over this week as well, so yeah, I'm kind of getting more familiar with it and I just love it even more. So the story is based on Victor Hugo's novel The Man Who Laughs, which is basically based about this boy called Grinning Man who gets his face slashed when he was younger and he's trying to find out about his past and all of that. There's also another musical based on a Victor Hugo novel, and that is Les Miserables, and we all know the success it has worldwide. What a great musical it is. But yeah, this one, for me, I think I actually do prefer it to Les Mis. What? So obviously, as I said, I had two different experiences of The Grinning Man. One live in theatre and one just sat on my couch at home just watching it on YouTube. And funnily enough, I ended up watching both versions of it because the one I saw in London was at Trafalgar Studios, which was absolutely incredible. They've worked around the theatre and the whole space. As soon as you enter the studios and everything was sorted out for The Grinning Man, which was really nice. But I also saw the Bristol Old Vic version of it online that I will link below, as I said. When I saw it back in 2018 in Trafalgar Studios, I saw it with one of my best friends who had already seen it before. And as soon as we sat down, she was like, there's people going to be coming out of the audience and stuff like that. And not gonna lie, like with the background music that there was and the atmosphere and everything, I was a bit like,
oh, am I gonna be like jumping all of that?
But
I wasn't.
anyways, as soon as the musical started, I was totally amazed. I was literally gobsmacked and I was like, this piece needs so much more recognition than it actually is getting because it is absolutely incredible. The music is very thrilling, the lyrics take you on the journey so well, everything is so well portrayed and everything. All the actors, oh my god, don't even get me started because they were insane. So, one of my favourite musical theatre male performers, if not even my favourite I would say, is Louis Maskell. All the actors, oh my god, don't even get me started because he played Grinning Man both at the Bristol Old Vic version and also in the Trafalgar Studios version. The first time I've ever seen Louis Maskell was in the staged concert version of Eugenius that was held in the London Palladium. I think it was 2016. It was the first time ever that they've like performed anything of the show live to an audience, and obviously it was at the Palladium, so it was a massive deal. And yeah, as soon as I saw him I was like, aww. His voice was incredible. And then I didn't hear about what he was doing and everything like that until I realised that he was playing Grinning Man in The Grinning Man. Yeah! And honest to God, that was the best performance I've ever seen on a stage. His attention to detail about anything Grinning Man was
Out of this world.
like, literally, I just could not fault anything he did. His voice was so mesmerizing. Every word he said was literally like a story within itself, and the way he sung it, the way it was so effortless for him. Also, he basically spent the entirety of the show with a mask across his face, and he still could deliver everything he wanted to. Literally, guys, there's no words to explain his performance. All you have to do is
Do yourself a favour
and go and watch it. And his movement was absolutely incredible as well. You can't fault that. One thing I do have to say is that when The Grinning Man is staged again and they're trying to find a new Grinning Man,
Good luck to anyone who gets that role.
because massive shoes to fill. I'm not gonna lie, he did such a great job. Anyways, if I don't stop talking about Louis Maskell, I will never stop, so let's move on and try and mention some other things about the Grinning Man. So I can't not mention in this video the character of Dea. I think that character is so hard to play. First of all, she's a blind character, so that's already tough to play in a certain way, but also there's so much to the character. It's so well rounded. As I said, every character in this musical has such a great backstory. You can tell that the actors did so much work with this show and it pays off. But yes, Dea is, oh my god, something else again. Like, I've seen obviously both Deas that were at the Bristol Old Vic and the Trafalgar Studios. I've seen one live and one on my couch, chilling with a cup of tea.
Hold on.
But yeah, I've seen Sana Den Bestin on the West End and she was incredible. But if you watch the version that's on YouTube at the moment, you will see Audrey Brisson in it, who did such a great job, honestly. Her attention to detail again. And you might know Audrey Brisson as well from The Other Palace, where she played Amelie not long ago in Amelie, and now the cast recording is out as well, and she sounds absolutely stunning on both. Something else I love about the show is the themes that it stands for. It talks about love, family in a way, it talks about passion and wanting to find your true self and wanting to find your backstory and where you come from and what's made you who you are today. But yeah, those are all very serious themes and it's quite a dark story. But saying that, there is a lot of humour to it as well. Honestly, whenever I watched it, I just couldn't stop laughing throughout because there's so many funny bits, so many funny lines that just pop up and you're like,
You're not expecting it.
and that's the beauty of the show. Now, I cannot not mention the puppetry in this musical. It is literally next level. The same people who did the puppets in Warhorse and helped with that has helped with the Grinning Man, and we all know that the Warhorse puppetry was absolutely amazing. I actually had never seen it live, but I've heard a lot of good things about it. But I've seen this one live, and let me tell you, I was impressed. The way the puppets moved, everything is just so well done. Honestly, the puppets move in a certain way and the people who are holding them, there's at a point, I'm pretty sure there's like about 6 people holding a puppet and it's just needed because the way it moves is so smooth. But the best thing is that you never look at these people, you just look at the puppet, which is the great thing. There's this creature who I think is basically a wolf called Mojo, and he's basically in the entire of the show. Again, most of the show he's on stage, and yeah, it's just honestly beautiful the way it moved. But the best thing about this puppetry is that at a point I am pretty sure that I saw 2 people holding 2 puppets, that they were holding another 2 puppets. It was like an inception, so many puppets, and I was like, how in the hell are they actually working all of that? But they did, and the story was told so brilliantly, and it was just delivered so well, and you can't fault it. But now, if you have already seen the Trafalgar Studios version, like me, I've seen that one first, and you're gonna watch the second one, the Bristol Old Vic version on YouTube, you're gonna realise that there are some slight differences. And it's nice to see how the show actually evolved and became what it was on the West End when we've seen it. But there we go, that is all I have to say about this musical. As you can tell, I love this musical
So much.
I think this musical deserves so much more love than it actually gets. So if you have not seen it yet, live or on YouTube or anything, make sure that you go in the description box below. Yes, I'm going to say it one more time. I've said it so many times, but click on the link in the description box and go and watch it. Do yourself a favour. It's live till this Friday, 3rd of July 2020. So if you're watching this later,
Sorry, it's not going to be on anymore.
but yes, it's the same date that Hamilton is going to go on Disney Plus. So before you have to watch that, make sure that you watch The Grinning Man because it's amazing. But thank you guys for joining me. I do hope you've enjoyed this video today. If you did, make sure that you hit that thumbs up button, that'll give it a like. But also, make sure that you subscribe to my channel for more theatre content. And also, make sure that you follow me on all of my social media platforms. I will link everything down below for you as well. And yeah, get your daily dose of musical theatre. Also, if there's any other videos that you want to see from me, let me know in the comments box below. I love creating what you guys want to see. And yeah, I'll create them for you. Thank you guys for joining me, and I will see you all on Friday. Bye guys!